If you're an e-commerce brand owner making 15 to 25K a month and you feel completely stuck, and no matter what you try, nothing really works out. Every time you try to increase your ad budget, your ROAS tanks, and you're still in the same revenue range as you were before, just with much lower profit margins. You keep testing new ads, you duplicate your campaigns, you change your audience interest groups, and it feels like Meta is working completely against you. So if I just called you out, watch this video because it was made exactly for you. Because there's this one mistake that a lot of brands are doing at this stage, and it is the reason why you can't break out of that 20 to 25K range mark. And so in this video, I'm going to show you how you can add an additional 20 to 30% increase in revenue in the next 30 to 45 days. Okay, so let me guess how your last month went. You had one good week, you tried to scale, your performance dropped, you panicked, and you turned things off, right? And now you're back where you started. The issue is not luck. It's not your product, it's a broken system. Because this is a stage where your structure matters so much more than your efforts. You don't need more budget, you don't need more audiences. You need to stop doing one thing that is killing your delivery. And here it is. You are testing and scaling at the same time within the same campaign. Now hear me out. That one decision alone is quietly ruining your results. Keep in mind, there's nothing wrong with testing and scaling at the same time but with different campaigns. The thing that you're doing wrong is that every single time you find a creative that works, so a winning creative, you immediately try to scale it. You raise the budgets, you duplicate the ad sets, you add interest groups, and you push it everywhere. And then your ROAS drops and you assume that the creative died. It didn't. You just completely confused the algorithm. Look, Meta needs clarity. It needs to know exactly what this campaign is for. So you need to have your campaign structured in a way where every campaign has one task to do. So the framework that I'm about to use right now is a framework that I use within my agency to manage more than $100,000 in monthly ad spend profitably. Here's how this should actually work. Number one, you gotta have one prospecting campaign. This campaign is purely for testing creatives. At the start, this campaign should have 70% of your budget, at least. Every week, you need to add in a new ad set, and that ad set contains a new batch of creatives. So every single week, you need to add in new creatives. These creatives, you can't put them in an already existing ad set. You have to put them in new ad sets to not reset the learning curve. Also, you need 2 interest-based ad sets. Each of these interest-based ad sets should have one interest category. This will help the algorithm kind of know more who to target. There isn't really any scaling that should be done here. Once you're actually being more profitable, you're driving in a lot more revenue. Yes, you can up the ad spend, but when you up the ad spend, you need to double your output. So instead of doing every single week one ad set, you need to do it twice a week. The more you test heavily, the faster you'll be able to identify the winners. So how do you actually identify these winners? After 7 days, filter them by spend. If Meta is spending aggressively and your ROAS meets your KPIs, then it's a winner. You need to stop forcing your ads to work because Meta will tell you exactly which one is working and which one is not. By the way, quick interruption because this is important. If this feels way too overwhelming, or you're realizing your ad account is built completely wrong and you want me to fix that, we're only accepting 3 brands this month to help them scale by 30% in the next 45 days. So if you want me and my team to look at your structure and fix everything and scale your brand, then click the link in the description. You will find a quick Calendly link there. Click it and we'll book a 15-minute conversation where we will break down what we can do for you. Okay, back to the proper structure. After setting up your prospecting campaign, you need to also set up your retargeting campaign. So on an ad set level, what you need to have 3 different ad sets. You need to have one 90-day add to cart, one 30-day website visitors, and one 30-day Facebook and Instagram engagers. Obviously, the creatives in there need to be tailored for their specific needs, calling the people out, and this will help you convert the people who are already warm but still haven't purchased. Next, you need to have a retention campaign, which is for the people who already bought, and the goal is to get them to convert again or to upsell them. And so on an ad set level, you only need one ad set for your purchasers all time. Set up a proper Shopify catalog, and it's pretty easy. But now the important part. One thing I forgot to mention when making creatives for the prospecting campaign. Once you find these winners, it's time to do iterations. And by iterations, I don't mean tiny iterations. If you're thinking about a new CTA, a new headline, these are small iterations. With the new Andromeda update, what you need to do is to have big iterations, but the ad should still look familiar. So you could have the same structure, the same character, the same format. To make it a good iteration, what you'll need to have is a different angle, a new hook, possibly even a different product. Okay, and now the most important part, the part that you guys have been waiting for, how to properly scale. If you're spending over $1,000 a day, your winners would go into a designated scaling campaign as well as into the interest groups that we made in their prospecting. If you're spending less than $1,000 a day, just promote them into the interest group ad sets in the prospecting campaign. So in your scaling campaign, it should be completely broad. You should exclude everybody related to the retention and the retargeting campaigns so that it's a complete broad audience. And so for the creatives inside of the scaling campaign, it's very simple. Duplicate the winners from the prospecting campaign into the scaling campaign. Don't manually add them, duplicate them. But yeah, it's as easy as that. When you separate testing from scaling, 3 things are going to happen. Delivery is going to stabilize. Your ROAS is going to be predictable, and you're going to be able to scale in a much faster way. So yeah, if you've been stuck at 15 to 25K per month, this video explained exactly why and what you need to do. If you want me to fix everything for you, go to the link in the description and click the Calendly link. We're only taking on 3 brands this week and help increase their revenue by 30% in the next 45 days. So if you're serious about scaling, this is your next step. And if you just want to watch more of these videos, then subscribe because I'm going to be posting more videos like these every single week.